but Isak, all comes to things quick.
That's the guy.
I knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no footballer that makes more sense for our club than Alexander Isak. There's no footballer like everything that we need. Prem experience, the type of thing that we require. Can play wide as well.
Can finish.
Great movement, intelligent.
Got a bit
like
of individuality, like
but even then, he can still you saw it. You hold it off. Like he's a threat behind everything that we require. And he was of it. I think we could have got him.
And even if he cost 80 million now, I think you could just pay it. I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think you go
more than it because it was in his 70 when they signed him.
But even
but the market's changed.
But even then, like where we were at the start of this season, we knew what we required.
And they got FFP problems
to make the next step.
Yeah.
And if you make that signing and you do it, and I'm not talking just about like domestically, even from a European perspective, that elevates us. Because people kept on thinking about these signings to win the league. We should be making signings that make us a competitive club in every competition that we're in. We can't limit ourselves to just someone domestic. He has the ability to do both well domestically as well as in Europe.
And with all due respect to Newcastle, if Isak reaches his potential, they're a stepping stone for him.
Yeah.
So does it then come to us and he's part of the reason we crossed the line? Or does he go to someone else and help them? That's the key.
And that's what I think is going to happen next.
Yeah.
Unless we do it, we've probably got one more window of opportunity to get him.
Yeah.
If we don't do it, he's going to go somewhere else and he's going to score against us every single time. He's that guy.
The only thing I would say though is,
every single time.
The only thing I would say is the people that can spend the big money, they're not in the market for him, right? So City are not in the market for him, right? Anytime soon. Man United, FFP, they can't do it, right? They've already spent some of their FFP on sacking Ten Hag. Even if you look out to the summer.
Chelsea.
But remember, we can't just think about here because I've been watching PSG. I was playing like PSG. And if I look at PSG right now, they're screaming for his type of profile of a striker.
I was just about to say, so
and
then
if he
you go
goes
abroad.
there, he enhances himself and them straight away.
Then you go abroad and the PSG and Madrid are probably the two teams that would make bids that we wouldn't compete with. The Italian teams are not going to do anything crazy. So you're right. PSG can come and they'll pay the 100 million.
The Barca's doing some.
But even Barca, there's a couple players they want. They want to spend the money. I fully agree with you. Then Joe Linton follows up Isak assist, and then Harvey Barnes, man.
Your guy.
Harvey Barnes, man.
Another near post finish.
Listen, when we show Martinelli the door, someone needs to call Harvey. That's what I'm saying.
Check his injury record's a bit of an issue, though, ain't he? He's had a couple. Don't get me wrong, I rate him as well. But if I think back to that Leicester City and Newcastle, even at Newcastle, he's had a couple spells on the sidelines.
He never seems to get the full run. He never does a full season. There's always like a 6-weeker or something that's really frustrating.
And he's only 26 as well.
Yeah,
still young,
a good player.
So yeah, the Forest run stops, but again, they're still in a great position. Newcastle, they kind of found their feet again. Good win against Arsenal. Now these points, again, the table's so condensed. I mean, they're 8th. The run they were having, it didn't feel like they would, and what, they're 8th on 18, and again, 19 points. There's 4 teams on 19 points. So they're not even adrift or anything. Right?
And you got to give Eddie Howe credit to a degree because he's dealt with some injury issues. He's put... I wasn't a fan of Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall looks competent now.
No, I was thinking that today,
He looked competent.
He looks like a true
anticipating, intercepting.
They're looking after him a bit more though. Now,
and he got England call up as well.
Yeah, how they set the team up, even against us, was to look after his side a bit more because I think they left him a bit too exposed. And with Dan Burn being on that side, kind of struggled in terms of like mobility in the gaps. Yeah. So they've looked at it, they've reinforced that side, and actually he looks a bit better.
And then the other right back.
Livramento.
Yeah.
So
he's all right.
He's all right. And then but I'll give Eddie Howe this as well.
Livramento is, isn't he? Yeah.
Because hasn't Joe Willett started the last 2 games?
Yeah.
And he's dropped to Nali.
Yeah.
Joe Willett looked all right as well.
And then he's also put Joe Linton in the front line, meaning there's a bit more stability around it as well.
And you're getting that aggression up front as well. You're starting defending aggressively up front. Yeah.
So
but Willock was running around Willock was probably their most effective player today.
Yeah.
And he came off around 60-65 minutes.
He'd done a lot of running.
Yeah. Well, not even that. He was, even just before he came up, he set up Isak for a volley that he should have scored.
Yeah.
He had a couple of tosses in the butt. Yeah, he was giving Forest a lot of problems.
But, and remember, I know you're not Eddie Howe's biggest fan, but he shows the minerals or the mentality to say, look, this ain't work. I'm prepared to make big
Yeah.
calls. And he's still got the team playing for him. Like there's been games that you think, oh, he should be losing, or with the squad, and he gets a draw or he gets a win because there's been so many injuries. So yeah, no, credit to Eddie Howe as well.
So yeah, Newcastle kind of